Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'd like to bid to the lecturer, Puan Azlin, and to all my fellow classmates. Today, Ahmad Faris bin Ahmad Fuad, together with my friend, Muhammad Syamil Aiman bin Muhammad Fikri, will be presenting on property taxes in Malaysia. Okay, property tax is a real estate tax calculated by a local government which is paid by the owner of the property. The tax is usually based on the value of the owned property, including land. The local governing body will use the assessed tax to fund water and sewer improvements, provide law enforcement and fire service and other items deemed necessary. Alright, these are the types of property taxes in Malaysia. In Malaysia, whether you buy or sell the property, you must face the property taxes. Here are simple guides for every Malaysian who is planning to buy a property and understand not much about property taxes. The types of property taxes in Malaysia are stamp duty, property assessment tax, quit rent, and real property gain tax. For stamp duty, is imposed on the instrument of transfer related to the purchase or transfer of the property. It is usually paid by the buyer. These include the sales and purchase agreement and memorandum of transfer and even loan documents. Besides, the Inland Revenue Board stipulates that the amount the stamp duty is levied upon the value of the property. The higher of the property value is, the higher the stamp duty charges. Okay, let us take an example of the property valued at 600,000 ringgit. Okay, for the first 100,000 ringgit value of the property, it is charged 1%, and the following 101,000 to 500,000 will be charged 2%, and the remainder after 501,000 will be charged 3%. All three percentages are then added up to a total payable stamp duty. In this case, it is 12,000 ringgit. Okay, this is an example of a duty stamp. Now, moving on to property assessment tax or cukai pintu. Property assessment tax is a tax that is imposed on every household to finance the maintenance and construction efforts of various public infrastructure around the neighborhood, town or city where the property is located. These include the cost of cleaning and maintaining drains, roadworks to repair potholes, replacing broken street lamps, and so on. The tax is payable to the local council of the area in which your property is located, such as DBKL, MBPJ, MBI, and etc. This type of tax is evaluated based on the annual rental value of a property set by the state government or local authority where the property is located. Rates vary according to the type of property, such as residence, service apartments, flats, SOHO, and etc., location, market rate, and state of the property. Okay, this is an example of the calculation of property assessment tax. You can see there are three types of properties, which are service apartment, landed residence, and flat. All three properties have different assessment tax rate at 7%, 4%, and 2% respectively. The assessment tax rate is then multiplied by the monthly rental value to get a total payable property tax per year. Okay, this is an example of property assessment tax in Pulau Pinang. At the Maklumat Pegangan corner, you can see that the yearly value of the property is 3,690, where the rate is at 1% and the yearly rate is at 36 ringgit 90 cents. At the Butte Bayaran corner, you can see that the amount due to be paid is a half a year, setengah tahun, where the amount to be paid is 18 ringgit and 45 cents. The value is obtained by dividing the yearly rate 36 ringgit 90 cents by 2.
Alright, Next, we will move to quit rent, which also known as cukai tanah. Quit rent is applicable to landowners, either freeholds or leaseholds, and is an annual tax payable to the state government of each individual state. This tax also applies on homeowners of apartments, condominiums, and other property that's under strata titles. The rates of quit rent may vary between respective states and even within the same states. All payment of quit rent must be made on, before May 31st every year. Let's take a house measuring 40 times 70 or 2,800 square feet as an example. We will take location from Kuala Lumpur. The rate of quit rent per year is Rm 0.035 per square feet. The amount of payable quit rent per year is Rm 0.035 times by 2,800 square feet, and it will be equal to Rm 98 ringgit per year. This is an example of cukai tanah from Perak Darul Rizwan. And another one is an example of cukai tanah from Perlis Indra Kayangan. Next, we will move to Real Property Gain Tax (RPGT). If you sell your property within the certain years, real property gain tax will be imposed on the net chargeable gain that you get from selling it, which is the amount of profit left over after deducting permissible costs from the gross profit, such as legal fees, property agents fees, repair costs, and other type. Besides, if you sell out your property at the same or lower price that you purchased, you will then no need to pay for real property gain tax. RPGT was recently amended in the country's in 2015 budget, whereby new rates are as follows. They have been divided into three, which is Malaysia citizen, non-citizen, and companies. Disposal within 3 years from the date of property purchase for Malaysian citizen is 30%, non-citizen is 30%, and companies also 30%. Disposal in 4th year. Malaysian citizen decrease into 20%, but non-citizen is still remain 30%, and companies also decrease into 20%. Next, disposal in 5th year. Malaysian citizen is 15%, non-citizen still remains same as 30%, and companies is 15%. But as you can see, disposal in 6 years and subsequent year, Malaysian citizen decrease into 0%, and non-citizen still have to pay 5%, same as companies. The calculation method for RPGT is as below. The rate applicable is 15%. Price purchase is Rm 300,000. Price sold is Rm 600,000. Gross profit is Rm 300,000. Net chargeable profit is Rm 250,000. So the amount of payable RPGT is Rm 250,000 times by 15%, and it will be equals to Rm 37,500 ringgit. This is example of RPGT at Bukit Jelutong, Shah Alam. For conclusion, one thing to mention that every Malaysian are entitled to get tax exemption only once in an individual lifetime, but this exemption is only applicable for the disposal of a private residence.
Property taxes can be troublesome and unwelcoming to an average homeowner. With the different property taxes around limiting and shifting your decisions, it is important to take each of them into consideration as it can add up to additional costs to your property portfolio. That is all from us. Thank
Thank you.
you. Assalamualaikum.